Guys, we gotta talk. I just got my English black bolt and white flare allocations in, and bro, this is I don't make videos like this. I hate this. I hate when people complain about their allocations. I do. Because usually it comes from a place of when things are bad, when times are bad, the stores stop buying, right? And then when things get really good and busy, they want to try to get more allocations, so they put in a big order from distro, and then distro doesn't give them what they want. Because why? Because they weren't supporting the distributor when things were bad. Now, what I'm about to run through, there's a lot of amazing stores who get cut and don't deserve it, which I'm about to go through. And it's because of a printing issue with Pokemon. The distros are really doing their best to split it up. And this isn't on the distro, what I'm going to talk about. It's a Pokemon printing issue, and distros have to do their best to split it up. Allocations just give us a good idea of how much is really going to be out there for release. Especially from me, I think I have a good spot at this because I've only, ever since, Shining Fates when I started, I've always bought more and more and more and more and more and more of every single release to the best of my ability. I've taken huge bundle deals. I've bought some really, really junky clearance battle deck. I'm looking at just so many theme decks right now, just looking at it. I had hundreds of battle academies and so many bad products just to try to get more of the newest release stuff. Even when things are bad, even when Scarlet Obsidian, Paradox, Temporal, it was a rough time around that time. When a lot of stores cut back on their spending, I only increased it and tried to get more booster boxes every single time. This changes with Black Bolt and White Flare. Usually, I can buy collection boxes on my own. Like if I run out of packs, like if I ran out of Journey or something, I can usually find some like tins or collection boxes on my distro site and just buy those, break them down, get some packs for everybody. And that keeps my allocations high. Like it helps pad it, But when you're only getting inventory based on allocations and everything else is sold out, the distro really decides where your spend stays. And you can't really up your spend because there's nowhere to up it. It's just you're getting your allocation, you have to keep spending that. So you kind of stay stagnant or a slight decline in a market like this. Anyways, we're going to use in this video like 1,000 as a baseline for booster boxes, 1,000 for a baseline in like ETBs, just to keep it safe. I don't want to give exact numbers for mine, but we're going to talk about percentages, okay? So specialty sets usually get a lot less of. Dollar-wise, you get a lot less versus booster boxes sets. Typically, you get one booster box or one ETB of a special set for every booster box you order. I've just noticed that's how the spend usually comes out. So if you got 1,000 booster boxes of Paradox Rift, you'd probably get around 1,000 ETBs of Paldean Fates or something like that. Or if you get 600 boxes of Stellar Crown, you'll get 600 ETBs of Shrouded, something like that, right? Well, let's just stick with that. 600 ETBs of Shrouded. Let's say I bought that. The set was rough. Still buying it is crazy. Prismatic comes around, and everyone's talking doom and gloom. And everyone's saying the allocations are really, really rough, everything there. For me, my allocations were actually higher than Shrouded Fable was. I got more Prismatic than I could have even thought, honestly. And we hooked up so many people between like $39 and $49 for ETBs of Prismatic. It was great. I mean, most of our stuff, we sell like 65, 70, 75% of it at MSRP on drops in our Discord. You can follow me on Instagram and join the Discord, link in bio, or link in the description if you want to. We do that stuff there. This set's going to be a lot more limited because of what I'm going to share with you. But like Prismatic, dude, like I was like, okay, these are people who were like maybe complainers before, and we're never going to have enough to meet demand ever. Like we're just not with Prismatic. It sucks. But as far as allocation and just raw spend and like what my trajectory of buying was, it was fine. It was like totally in line and normal with everything. Same with Journey. Got more Journey than I got of anything else. Any other booster boxes. Destined Rivals, more than I've ever, right about actually, than I've gotten with Journey. It was like the same exact amount. Now we come to Black Bolt and White Flare. So really great. Highest amount of ETBs for a special set I get for Prismatic. I got, for Black Bolt and White Flare combined, I got about 60% of what Prismatic Evolutions was. So if I got 1,000 ETBs between Black Bolt and White Flare, I now have 600 ETBs of Black Bolt and White Flare. Meaning 300 of each set. Keep in mind, this set is split in half. It is literally 2 sets releasing alongside each other. So I'm getting, like, we'll just say 300 ETBs of Black Bolt and 300 ETBs of White Flare. When I'd be normally getting, let's say, 1,000 ETBs of Prismatic, I'm now only getting 300 of one and 300 of another. And for people who want to chase either of these sets, that is such a reduced print run. It is freaking crazy. This is like, dude, this is like less than Shrouded, less than like, dude, everything. This is bad. This is like really bad. And if you're a store, I need to know. I could be the complaining. Maybe I got screwed by Distro and I just don't know it, you know? And I talked to them on the phone. They said it's cut. I need to hear from like other stores. Leave a comment. Is your Black Bolt White Flare like totally cooked? Are you like totally freaking cooked on this thing? Or did you get more than normal? Did you get the same? I don't know. Let me know. Ancillary products look, there's a lot of bad ones too. Some of the ancillary products are decent. I'd be like, okay, that's a decent amount. But most of them are really, really bad too. So it doesn't look good. Now, what I want to say is what I think Pokemon's probably trying to do. Hopefully. Printing a ton of whatever the 2 sets that are going to be the mega sets or whatever you call them. Whatever the year is going to end with, I'm hoping right now they're printing the crap out of so that when those sets come out, we get a relatively stable market. And then while the market's stable there, they're reprinting everything. Not everything, but Surging Sparks maybe, Destined, maybe some Journey, Prismatic, and this Black Bolt White Flare. Hopefully it gives them time to get a lot of those things ready for the holiday season. Because after Black Bolt White Flare comes out, they got nothing. They just got the new sets. If they're printing those as much to oblivion as we can, we have months. I made a video. You should go watch it. It was about Pokemon Center ETBs for Journey Together. But really in that video, the core of what we talk about is how Pokemon knows, as the highest grossing franchise in the entire world, like media franchise at all, that product needs to be available for their hobby to prosper. They do not need to create artificial, like, way over MSRP sales and stuff. They want things to be MSRP, ideally a little bit less than that, I think they want, so that everyone has access to it. Because if you can't get younger generations in on it, this hobby does not grow going into the future. And if they want to stay around, it has to be available to people that are younger in age and people, you know, the kids wouldn't have as much money, right? So they can't just go full degen like we do on these new sets, and we'll buy it either way. Some people are going to wait. So what I would encourage you is to be patient. Okay, be patient. In that other video, I said I think going into the holiday season, we're going to have a good amount of product hit the market. I think 151's even kind of calming down. Like I think so many people have master sets of it at this point that it's like it's just calming down. I don't know, but it's still high in price. But I think if they flooded the market with 151 right now, it'd probably sell, get a lot better. Anyways, and they need to reprint more than just Blooming Waters. They need to reprint every product line. That's a huge issue that Pokemon made, is they keep releasing like new collection boxes and they're not reprinting the core stuff that you need. So it doesn't matter if you print 5 more Blooming Water boxes. Your average pack price on an ETB, on a UPC, on all those things is going to be really high still. You need to reprint core products and a big array of these things. You can maybe let the poster collections go, let the binder collections go, but reprint the staples, the things that people really want. They want that Mew promo from the UPC. They want the ETB. Like, that's the stuff you flood the market with, not a reprint of a Blastoise EX and a Venusaur EX in a collection box. Like, dude, fix that. They're creating all this. I can make a whole video about how Big Box is actually making prices higher than distros and LGS is getting product. And I know that sounds crazy, but if you want to see that video, let me know. It's a very methodical video. Anyways, things are going to get better. Will sets have to sacrifice to get better? Yeah. So I think the first 5, 6 Scarlet Violet sets are cooked already. I don't think we can come back on those ones. Pokemon has 12 sets they need to reprint at this point that are all still playable and all 200 plus a box. They got a lot to do, and it's never happened. Even the last boom around COVID, it was 3 sets. Vivid Voltage was the height, peak scalped booster box, and that was 220 a box, 250 a box, maybe at the most. That was it. And then everything else was Darkness Ablaze and all that stuff. We didn't really have nearly as much momentum and actual good sets that we do now. And it's just the whole block is just like cooked. I don't think with their printing capacity, I don't think with the amount of other TCGs their print facilities serve, I don't think they can just do every single set. I think they're focusing their attention on the most recent stuff forward. So maybe, I hear reprints about some old stuff, but it's really going to be such a small restock. But surging forward, I think is going to be the big stuff. And keep your eyes peeled for that stuff coming up in probably end of the year. Longest I see all this going, bottom line, is Gen 10. When Gen 10 comes out, which I assume is like January 2027. I hope it's not. I hope it calms down this holiday season. I hope people hate, like, low-key, I hope people hate the first Mega Evolution set. I see so many people crapping on the Megas for some reason. Why? Like, they're like, oh, those sets are going to be bad. Like, I'm going to miss, like, all this other stuff. Like, I'm not even excited for... Dude, where did that come? Like, we've been asking for Megas to come back for, like, what? Ever since XY went away, we've been asking for it to come back. And now all of a sudden people are crapping. People just want to be negative right now because they want prices to come back down. What I say is enjoy the hobby, enjoy the parts of it that you still can right now. If it's living vicariously through others or watching openings or doing anything, or you're just a degen and you rip anyways. Like, you're going to do what you want. I'm not going to judge you for that. And if you're someone who just wants to step back, wait a long time, wait for things to figure themselves out and maybe come back, that's okay too. But be patient at the end of the day. Allocations looking really, really rough for this one. Still will do an MSRP drop, just it'll be a lot less. It'll be a lot less. And let's hope they reprint this one a lot leading into the holiday season. Thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe, and goodbye.